On President Sisi's European tour, we have the honor to be joined over the phone by former Assistant Foreign Minister, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy. Good evening, Mr. Ambassador.
Good evening, how are you?
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ambassador, President Sisi holds talks with his Irish counterpart and the Prime Minister in Ireland, the third and final leg of his European tour that included stops in Denmark and Norway. How do you see the significance of that?
As an old diplomat, I am watching this with a lot of happiness because this is the first head of state of Egypt visit to the three countries. Although the three countries are in a very good cooperation with Egypt. So we are happy because this will deepen and strengthen the relations in all fields. And my expectation that anything which can come to our mind, our worries about what's happening internationally or regionally or bilaterally, it is on the table to be discussed, of course, in this meeting. And we are worried on the international level about the failure of the United Nations to make any decision concerning the aggression against the Palestinian or against the Syrian or Lebanon. We are worried about what's happening in Ukraine and it could be reflected on our region. We are worried about the Syrian disaster situation now, or in Lebanon or in Libya, Sudan, Yemen, which is becoming a threat to the navigation in the Red Sea. Then we come to the very important file, which is the bilateral relation between Egypt and those three countries, where we have an association agreement with the 27 countries of Europe, where we are exempted from any tax or custom duties if we export to these countries. That's why our exports to Europe is increased by 4 times in the last 10 years.
Well, Mr.
Now we are talking
yes.
to expand these relations and to deepen it furthermore.
Well, Mr. Ambassador, Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati said that President Sisi's European tour had resulted in fruitful political and economic outcome. How do you view this, especially that the visit comes in light of Egypt's care to attract investments?
Yes, it is very important because now you are listening to the president of the country, and if you are in one a businessman of one of those three countries, you have confidence because the president himself is talking to you with the presence of the concerned ministers. He accompanied also some businessmen to talk about the situation. He accompanied by some parliamentarians, where the parliamentarians, of course, are able to explain all what questions can come to the mind of an investor. So I expect that our trade with the three countries will be increased tremendously. Also, we are inviting them to come and invest in Egypt in general and in the Suez Canal zone, where if they produce anything in Egypt, then they will be exempted from custom duties in the African Union, in the Arab world, because we have a free trade area with those two groups. Also, we have, as I said, association agreement in Europe. Another thing we are calling them to invest, that is in the Suez Canal, because Suez Canal is in the middle of everywhere in the world. So if you can use either to produce and export to the Far East, or at least to store whatever your production is, and then it is easier to export it to Japan, to China, to whatever in the Far East.
Well, also, Mr. Ambassador, the top diplomat said that European countries view Egypt as a cornerstone for stability in the Middle East region. So your intake, please.
Yes, with my humble experience, I know that the Europeans look to even the Americans. They know that the stability in our area depends a lot and maybe totally on the Egyptian presence. We have very good relations with all our brothers in the Arab world or in the African Union, and we are well represented everywhere. Our diplomacy nowadays, especially, is very active, and it is in my mind to tell you that nobody disagrees with the Egyptian policy unless after 50 years he would follow this same policy which he was not agreeing with. So we have very stable foreign policy, and I think that we will gain the confidence of all our partners all over the world.
Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy, thank you so much, sir, for your insight. Thank you.